In Virginia, what you believe is legal and what is actually legal are often two very different things. Today, we are walking through real-world Virginia cannabis legal scenarios that people encounter every day. These are situations that feel ordinary, familiar, and harmless, yet can carry serious legal consequences if misunderstood. Here's the context. Virginia's cannabis laws did not arrive as a single, unified system. Instead, they were built in layers over time. Medical cannabis regulations, adult possession laws, local zoning authority, and enforcement discretion now coexist, sometimes uncomfortably. This has created a legal landscape where many residents believe they understand the law, but are actually relying on assumptions, outdated information, or incomplete explanations. This video exists to slow the conversation down and replace assumptions with clarity. Here's the legal explanation. Virginia law distinguishes between possession, cultivation, transportation, distribution, and medical access. Each category has different rules, different enforcement standards, and different consequences. These distinctions matter because Virginia law does not evaluate cannabis activity based on intent alone. It evaluates structure, context, location, and behavior. Understanding scenarios, not slogans, is the key to compliance. Scenario 1, the traffic stop. A driver is pulled over for a minor traffic infraction. The officer notices an odor associated with cannabis. Under Virginia law, odor alone does not provide probable cause for a search. However, odor can still exist alongside other factors. This scenario matters because people often believe odor is either completely irrelevant or automatically incriminating. The truth is more nuanced. Scenario 2, passenger possession. A passenger in a vehicle is carrying cannabis within legal possession limits. Virginia law allows possession under specific thresholds, but location, accessibility, and transport conditions still matter. This affects passengers, drivers, and vehicle owners differently depending on circumstances. Scenario 3, home cultivation visibility. An individual grows cannabis plants at home for personal use. The plants are visible from a neighboring property. Virginia law permits limited home cultivation, but visibility, security, and labeling requirements are often overlooked. This scenario frequently leads to complaints, not criminal intent. Scenario 4, shared residences. Roommates live together. One grows cannabis plants. Another does not consent. Virginia law does not override property rights, lease agreements, or shared housing rules. This scenario affects renters far more than homeowners. Scenario 5, private events. A private gathering where cannabis is present. No sales occur, but contributions or entry fees are collected. Virginia law draws a sharp line between possession and distribution. Compensation does not need to be obvious to raise legal questions. This scenario is one of the most misunderstood areas of enforcement. Scenario 6, gifting assumptions. An individual gives cannabis to a friend. No money changes hands. Context matters. Frequency, quantity, and surrounding behavior can change how this is interpreted. This scenario illustrates why casual assumptions can create legal exposure. Scenario 7, medical delivery confusion. Someone advertises cannabis delivery services claiming medical access. Virginia restricts delivery to licensed medical operators only. This scenario highlights how quickly online representations can create enforcement risk. Scenario 8, apartment complex complaints. A resident lawfully possesses cannabis, but neighbors complain about odor. Landlord policies, lease agreements, and local ordinances may apply independently of state possession law. This affects housing stability more than criminal liability. Who this affects? These scenarios affect drivers, renters, homeowners, medical patients, event organizers, property managers, community leaders. Most enforcement begins not with intent, but with misunderstanding. Why this matters? Virginia's cannabis laws are still being interpreted in real time. Courts, local governments, and enforcement agencies continue to shape how these scenarios are treated. Understanding real-life situations is the difference between lawful behavior and unintended legal exposure. What to watch next, legally framed. In future videos, we will examine probable cause after odor in Virginia, local zoning authority and enforcement, medical cannabis compliance, transport and storage rules. Question for the comments. Which Virginia cannabis legal scenario surprised you the most, and why? Put your answer in the comments. If you found this breakdown helpful, please like, comment, and subscribe for more Virginia-focused cannabis law education. Subscribing to this channel matters because Virginia cannabis law is still evolving. Court decisions, enforcement practices, and regulatory interpretations change over time, and headlines often fail to explain how those changes affect real people in real situations. This channel exists to track those changes, explain them clearly, and place them in proper legal context so viewers can understand what the law actually says, how it is applied, and why it matters at the local level, especially here in Norfolk and across Hampton Roads. By subscribing, you are not just watching videos. You are staying informed as laws shift, enforcement patterns change, and new legal questions emerge. Each video builds on the last, helping create a clearer picture of Virginia's cannabis legal framework over time. This content is educational, not promotional, and is designed to help communities make informed decisions based on facts rather than assumptions. If you have questions or want to continue the discussion, join the Norfolk City Cannabis Community for deeper legal breakdowns and respectful conversation.